I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Turn the vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hook, send it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Not a productive opening drive, 3 and out, and more struggles for a team really that hasn't won a game in a long time.
It can be really discouraging for everyone else on the team, especially the guys on the other side of the ball that have to trot out there and see a little more futility in this losing streak. So I know coaches who look at these situations and say to themselves, let's be aggressive. Let's go for it right here and try and turn our fortune around.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Atkins. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition,
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Atkins looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Atkins to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
All the way. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
They'll try and sneak it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Gibson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think you earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Quinn, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Ready up. Real green.
Lance and company going on 4th down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On the set.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
On the set.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Red, cycle. Black, blue. Blue, striker. Ready?
From midfield, here's Lance. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Lance. He finds his receiver, Watson. Touchdown! Christian Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Atwell now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Atkins to throw. A final shot before break. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football.
Touchdown, Browns! Sky Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Lance looking to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
from the gun. They'll try to run it. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Atkins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
York able to send this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come up and downfield, but they never did.
To throw, it's Lance. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and it's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Atkins. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Atkins now to throw on 2nd down. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. Matt Judon in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Let's go now. Black shot.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now a play fake. Lance. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver, fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Lance now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure